is 2025 Kentucky Derby is 10 days away, I believe. Most anticipated Kentucky Derby, Carlin County Derby in history. This year we've got 19 racers, could get up to 20 if we get a late entry here. We've got 19 runners this year, most in Carlin County Derby history. This will be our 7th annual Kentucky Derby, and we're going to kick it off here tonight as we reveal our beloved draft order. And we've got 4 rookies. We've got 4 rookies in the starting gates with us this year. And if you're sports, if you're a sports watcher, you grew up watching sports, they have this thing called basketball gods, the football gods. Well, today, after last night, and after today, I think you guys are going to believe in the Kentucky Derby gods as we move forward here. As last year, I will note that we had a couple of rookies. Jared and Jordan notably were the last 2 picks in the draft. I believe that the Kentucky Derby gods said, hey, you're new here. We're going to bunch you down at the bottom here. You got to work your way up here as you're going up against 6 5-year vets that have been racing since 2019. So to get started here, we'll kick it off with the 19th pick. And might I add, before we reveal all these draft picks, I don't think, what the heck was it? Last year, the 10th pick won. And there have been 3 other years, or 2 or 3 other years, where the winner of the actual Kentucky Derby was not selected. So, by all means, and we all know what happened with Rich Strike 2 or 3 years ago. Nobody picked him, was the longest shot on the board, won the Kentucky Derby. All right, we threw our hands up in the air, said, what the hell's going on here? Anyways, anyway, I know you guys are looking forward to seeing where you are picking. Let's see what those Kentucky Derby gods are thinking here. With the 19th pick, dead last, we got Calhoun, who's a rookie. As I pointed out, Kentucky Derby gods are going to make you work for it if you're a rookie, more likely than not. We'll kick off here with the 18th pick. Coop, another rookie, and those Kentucky Derby gods are really putting in the work here. They've got 2 of our rookies slated to be at the bottom. 17th pick. Here we go. We've got Drunk. Drunk at the 17th pick. He has been in and out of the Derby the last couple of years. Does have a title with Mage back a couple of years ago. Just eked out a win over 2 Phils and Angel of Empire. And Drunk also selected once upon a time Tiz the Law, who has sired Tiz-tastic, one of the top 5 or 6 favorites in the Kentucky Derby this year. So a little bit of fun history there as we kind of move down the wire here. We're going to see our horses from the past start breeding and siring the horses we are going to be picking in the years to come. All right, without further ado, we've got another rookie on the board, Sean Hogg. The rookie there, he's going to be picking 16. Welcome to the Derby, Mr. Hogg. And 15, we've got Jared, who is a one-time vet. He took Track Phantom last year, was leading the Kentucky Derby all the way up until when it mattered. That last turn, Track Phantom gave way, finished middle of the pack. Jared's coming back for another year, hopefully to secure a better spot than he did last year. 14, Tanner, another Kentucky Derby champion. He won with Epicenter 5 or 4 years ago. Tanner, one of the Silver Bay boys, welcoming him back to the Derby, one of the mainstays. He will be running for the 5th time, 5-year vet out of 7 for Tanner. 13, we've got HB. Quite the history here with HB. He's ran 5 times. This will be his 6th Derby, and he's finished of an average position of 5th place in 5 starts. Pretty good stats there for HB. Out of the top 4 finishers all-time average finish place, HB is the only one without a Kentucky Derby championship. Of course, he had 2 fills, as noted a little bit earlier. Ran 2nd in the Kentucky Derby against Mage a couple years ago. Hell of a run there for HB, and I believe that's the closest he's been. 5th place, 7th place, 4th place, and a 2nd with 2 fills. So he's been consistently up on the top there, hitting the board. Let's see if HB can break through this year with the 13th pick. Good luck. Jordan, number 12. Second-year vet here coming in with his second race. Ran last year with Endlessly. Endlessly, of course, didn't make too good of a run. Had never run on dirt before the Kentucky Derby last year. Was a turf horse all the way up until the Derby. Didn't finish last. I think he finished middle of the pack there as well. Jordan looking to capitalize on a better opportunity this year with, I think he's got a higher pick this year than he did last year by 1 or 2. It's close in there. 11 is Mike. 10th pick. We've got Seth Bloomquist. Two-time champ here for Seth Bloomquist. Another mainstay here. First place, 9th place, 9th place, 8th place, 8th place, and a first place. One of only 3 Kentucky Derby contenders who have ran all 6 years. So it's either you're almost getting last or first place. There's no in between here for Seth. And of course, he won with Authentic in 2020, who eked out a win against Drake's 'Tis the Law by about a length and a half. And then, of course, he won with Mystic Dan last year with the 10th pick. And Kentucky Derby gods are back into the fold here, giving Seth the exact same pick this year as he had last year. Can he pull off another miracle? We will see. And, of course, his horse from 2020, Authentic, is now Saring Rodriguez, who is in the Kentucky Derby this year. So we're seeing Tistastic and Rodriguez face off against each other, where their fathers faced off against each other in Kentucky Derby in 2020. Some fun facts there as well. 9th pick. I don't know if you guys can see these down here or not. Maybe be spoiling them, but I'm going to push them a little bit farther away. Tony! This will be his second Kentucky Derby. Last year had Catalytic. Catalytic was about mid-pack. Again, up until it mattered. Didn't make quite of a push. Tony is going to have a little bit of a better pick this year, looking for some juice in that late round, maybe looking Coal Battle. You got a real chance there with Coal Battle kind of slipping down there. We'll see if he falls in the draft. If not, we will see who he ends up with. Let's see who we got here. What are we looking at here? So you're looking Coal Battle, Chunk of Gold, Final Gambit, maybe in that range. We will see what Tony comes up with the 9th pick. Juke, of course, quite the history here with Juke. He's got the 8th pick. And he has, how many races has he run in his Kentucky Derby career? He has ran 5 times. Finished with an 8th place average, 7th place, 3rd place, 4th place, 13th, and 14th. That 13 and 14 being dead last in the last 2 years. We'll see if he can turn it around. Can't get much worse than that. Again, looking at, possibly Coal Battle, Chunk of Gold, Final Gambit. We will see if they fall that far. Tistastic might be in the range there as well. Publisher, watch out for Publisher. And I really like the big brown colt, American Promise, who is sired by, I believe, Justified Triple Crown winner back about 10 years ago. So watch out for those horses in this range here. Could see a reach. American Promise might fall, but he also might be plucked early by somebody if they like a big bay colt running down the track. 7th pick, we've got Max, another Silver Bay boy. He's how many times has he ran himself? We've got twice. So this will be Max's 3rd Derby. So he's pretty new to the Carleton County Derby. 4th and a 10th place. Last year, of course, he had Catching Freedom, who ran a good race at the end there. Just got eked out by Mystic Dan, Sierra Leone, and Forever Young from Japan. We will see if Max can capitalize on his momentum he got last year going into this year. 6, we've got Koshin. And there is a lot of history to go through here. Of course, Koshin got disqualified with maximum security back in our inaugural Kentucky Derby, which gave Alex Wheeler the win. Of course, maximum security cut off War of Will, my horse, who was running his ass off towards the end there, got cut off by maximum security, got disqualified, and Colton is the only racer to be disqualified day of the Kentucky Derby. And of course, last year had Domestic Product, didn't run too great of a race. Colton finishes on a 7.8 average, and he's got the 6th pick this year, so he will look to capitalize on that pick as we're moving up here into the upper echelon of horses here. We've got the top 6. We've got Rodriguez, Journalism, Sandman could be a big play there, Burnham Square. Watch out for Rodriguez, Tistastic, and Tappan Street Sovereignty. All could be there in the 6th pick. You never know what happens during the Derby draft. Our highest rookie here, we got Rango the Lizard coming in at pick number 5, a snipe there by a rookie. The Kentucky Derby gods being very grateful to Rango, probably because he's the size of a jockey. We will see how Rango does in his Derby. He might have to start drinking a little later, as we know how that goes when Rango puts a few down. All right, and fourth, we've got Reed. Reed is a top 4 pick this year. Not much history there with him. Oh, he's got 3 races under his belt, finishing of an average place of 9th place. Not much to talk about there. Hopefully he can move forward here. And if you're not keeping count, we've got 3 racers left, those being Vested Vinny, myself, and Alex Wheeler, the 2-time champ. So we are getting down to the final 3 here, where you're looking at some really good horses here. You've got Journalism, the favorite, obviously. Sandman could be up there. Sovereignty is a play. Tappan Street, potentially. Rodriguez, you're looking at those horses there, kind of in the front. Citizen Bowl, if Alex Wheeler is feeling up to it with Bob Baffert. We will see what happens here as we move on. And we've got Alex Wheeler, the 2-time champ, is the 3rd pick. So top 2 pick last year, has number 3 this year. And of course he won with Medina Spirit and Improbable. And last year ran 2nd with Sierra Leone. Alex Wheeler is 2nd all time. Average finish place of 4th place. And he is one of the 3 that have ran all 6 years in our Kentucky Derby history. So we've got Seth, Alex, and myself as the only 6-year veterans in the Kentucky Derby. And I might add that Drunk, although only has 5 starts, missed 1 year, apparently, has the best finish, average finish place. I'd like to give him credit there of 2.5 place through 5 starts, which is incredible. 1st place, 2nd place, 2nd place, 2nd place, and a 6th place there for Drunk. But he's going to have his work cut out for him if he wants to keep that streak up with the, what does he got? 17th pick. And that brings us down here to the final top 2. We've got Vested Vinny with the 2nd overall pick. I've already listed the horses who are going to be available for him. He's got just about everybody but that first horse he's going to pick. And last year, of course, he had Just Steel, who was in 2nd place all the way until that final turn faded out. Big horse, big galloping horse, broke his leg not long after the Kentucky Derby. And Vinny has 3 starts under his belt with a 7.6 average finish place in 3 starts. And of course, the number 1 pick, the Kentucky Derby gods, are rewarding, once again, myself, Reese, owner of Parks Thoroughbreds, and he is myself. Now, speaking of myself, I am a 6-year veteran, finish of 5.5 place in my 6-year starts here. Of course, Angel of Empire 2 years ago ran 3rd behind Two Phils and Mage 3 years ago, and then, of course, Fierceness last year, the favorite, who finished 15th. I'm looking forward to the Kentucky Derby this year. Can't wait to see you all there. We've got some surprises for you guys. When you show up race day, we can't wait to see ya. Kentucky Derby, 10 days away.